So again, another counting method with systematic listings is what we call the tree diagram. The tree diagram is pretty powerful as well. For me, it's really hard to construct though. So tree diagrams are a visual branching method where each decision point splits into possible outcomes. So notice how we have these splits in possible outcomes, which creates these branches of the tree, if you will. So tree diagrams are useful when a process has multiple steps. So that's the key here, multiple steps. So in your homework, question 4 would be an example of where a tree diagram would be useful. So let me pause for a moment here and read through this question and see if we can come up with an answer. Or like I said, pause and see if you can create a tree diagram on your own, and then we can kind of compare notes. So reading through example 4, again, this is part of your homework. So assuming all members are eligible, but that but that no one can hold more than one office again, list and count the different ways the club could elect a president, a secretary, and a treasurer. If the president must be a man and the other two must be women. So Kathy and Evelyn are women and the others are men. So again, a tree diagram, we kind of start out with our initial piece and then we kind of branch off. So initially, we're seeing that we have Andrew, Brandon, and Denny are our possible presidents. So let's start with Andrew. So we have Andrew can be president. Then we branch out. You can have either Kathy or Evelyn be the secretary, but if Kathy is secretary, then that leaves Evelyn to be treasurer. And if Evelyn is secretary, then that leaves out Kathy to be then the treasurer. So we could have Alvin as president, Kathy as secretary, Evelyn as treasurer, or we could have Andrew, so Andrew and then Evelyn as secretary and Kathy as treasurer. So we see that going on. Now we could have Brandon as president, which means again, Kathy or Evelyn could be secretary. But if Kathy is a secretary, then that leaves Evelyn to be the treasurer. If Evelyn was the secretary, that's going to leave us then Kathy as our treasurer. So we have Brandon, Kathy, and Evelyn, and we see Brandon, Evelyn, and Kathy. So you see two there. So you're starting to pick up on then that, hey, when we go down here to Denny as president, we're going to have a very similar branching out. Kathy and Evelyn, and Evelyn and Kathy. So we could have Denny, Kathy, and Evelyn, or we could have Denny, Evelyn, and Kathy. So two, four, six. So there's six different ways that can happen. So six different choices, if you will. So we have those combinations of president, secretary, and treasurer. So notice how we even start to pick up on these words like combinations and choices. So let's see here. We'll pause the video there.